Hey, welcome back to Mountain Murders. I'm Heather.
And I'm Dylan.
And we're ready to get into some true crime.
We're about to dig all up in it.
Oh, yeah?
Like our names are Bennett.
Well, sometimes we like to put out kind of a mini episode.
It's our mini-sodes.
Okay.
We've already discussed this.
All right.
It's Mountain Murder mini-sode, guys.
Yeah, so this is going to be a shorter podcast. And I know I like to have those kind of mixed in. I like the hour and a half shows, but I also like to get those little 30-minute or so quick. They're good for like the gym or driving in the car.
Right, a busy life.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can get a quick little story in, enjoy yourself, and be done. And
sometimes we like to tackle those cold cases. This show is going to be about some unsolved cases in West Virginia.
Yeah, we had our Unsolved Asheville, which if you guys haven't listened, you should go back and check out.
Yeah, that was a really popular.
Our most popular episode ever, according to downloads. And
we tackled about 4 different cases.
Yeah, it was
in
3 or 4.
Unsolved Asheville.
Yeah.
Exactly. So with Unsolved West Virginia, we're probably going to put out like a couple of these Unsolved West Virginia.
I don't know anything about
areas, but these are 2 stories from West Virginia, so this won't be the end of it. There's lots of cold cases there, but these are 2 that I found particularly interesting. Are you ready?
I am.
Let's get into this. Our first case isn't that old. It happened in 2007.
Okay.
You know, sometimes we take it way back. And so 2007, that's not that long ago.
No, it's pretty recent.
Yeah, my son was born in 2007, so that's what, just 12 years ago?
Yeah, it's about...
I remember 2007. Fashion was tragic. These were years when people were not dressing well.
Music sucked.
Yeah.
The early to mid 2000s was rough.
I feel like this was a funky period.
Yeah, like 2000 to 2010's rough.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It was just like a little skanky or something.
Yeah. Yeah, the late 2000s.
This is like Britney Spears shaving her head and shit.
Well, yeah, but at the same time,
this is like the days of Paris Hilton.
But everybody went to Sears to get their shit. You know, it's like so weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
JC Penney up this bitch. Be like, I just want to go to the bathroom. I don't want to walk through your entire store.
Right. Okay, I don't know what that means. But Leah Hickman was a 21-year-old broadcast journalism student at Marshall University. She lived in an apartment located on the 400 block of 8th Avenue in Huntington, West Virginia. On December 14th, 2007, her half-sister and roommate, Jessica Vickers, last saw her at the apartment. Leah had gotten on her MySpace page. That's how way back we taken it. Remember MySpace?
I wish it was here now, because damn it. Damn Facebook.
Well, remember, there were so many fun features about MySpace.
Dude, your music, your background.
You could play music,
all that shit. You controlled everything.
These little glittery graphics.
It was literally your space.
You could have like a top 8.
Yeah.
Top 4, top 8.
And people click on your page, your music starts playing.
Did you have some gangster type of what was you playing?
No, I might have some like that new rock shit.
What was on
new wave rock?
What was on your MySpace?
Maybe some Papa Roach.
Oh God, really?
Maybe.
Back in 2007?
Maybe that or some Juvenile or something.
Baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, that's how dark those times were.
I feel very disappointed.
Cut my life into pieces.
Oh God. Yeah, I think I had like some Block Party or like Yeah Yeah Yeahs or some indie.
Alternative you gotta be cool.
Dance
Name
music.
drop. Okay. Yeah. All right. They kind of that still sucked too because 2000 sucked.
Whatever. That's great music. So Leah got on her MySpace page. She called up a friend, said she was going to go to McDonald's, grab some dinner, but that was the last time that anyone heard from Leah.
Oh God.
So Vickers, her half-sister, came home to the apartment the next day, and she found the McDonald's, like trash, found a receipt, but there was no sign of Leah. Leah's phone, her keys, purse, and her car were all still at the apartment. No sign of her sister, so of course Vickers is getting a little concerned.
I would be freaked out, personally, if that was my loved one.
She was also working at the Barberville Dress Barn, the women's, kind of casual women's clothing store.
Okay, the Dress Barn. Nice.
And she didn't show up for her shift at the Dress Barn. And this was unlike her. I mean, she was the kind of girl that she went to class, she...
Dependable.
Was, going to work.
Handling her business.
Would arrive on time. I mean, she didn't just skip out. Plus, she left her phone, her keys, money, everything
Well, that right
behind.
there come on, nobody goes without that stuff.
So by the 16th, which would have been about 2 days later, the police began canvassing the neighborhood. A missing person report was filed, And searchers were investigating some empty houses that were on the street. They were interviewing, like, sex offenders that lived in the, kind of radius of the apartment building.
Have you ever Googled that shit?
Yes, it's scary.
And when, like, fucking, like, 36 red dots pop up within, like, 10.6 miles of you? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I lived in a house, and this would have been probably, like, 2013, and did a search, and there were 2 sex offenders living within, like, one guy's house was directly behind mine, and another guy was living, like, 2 houses down.
Oh, my God.
And I was just like, what am I, like, the pedophile?
Yeah.
It was, like, both statutory rape, I guess, convictions or whatever.
Yeah.
Indecent liberties with a minor or
What's
something
the-
like that. But I was just
hey,
like,
Look, if you were straddling that gray line there, and I know, some people got caught up in, the wording of certain laws, but...
No, I just felt like I was in, like, a pervy neighborhood.
I know.
And it just gave me the creeps.
Yeah, you see, there's so many of them.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So I didn't like that.
No, I'll hit a sex offender in the face.
Good. Cops are interviewing these sex offenders. People were really worried in this community. The Dress Barn even announced a $10,000 reward for information.
Wow.
In the case, help find Leah.
That's a small town, small business, even though it's the Dress Barn chain. You know what I mean? And they're putting up because that's how big a deal it is, this community.
Well, a week later, her body is discovered December 21st, 2007, in a crawl space located beneath her apartment.
Her apartment?
Leah had been strangled, but there were no signs of sexual assault. The space was connected to a laundry room, which was like a common area. So, I guess if you imagine that this is like a few floors, and the laundry room is kind of like in the basement area.
On the bottom, yeah, right.
Common
typically,
area.
Yeah.
And this crawl space was located just like behind the laundry room. And from what I understand, the laundry room didn't have any kind of secured door. The way the crawl space was laid out is that the body was kind of out of sight. But I guess if you went like really looking, you could kind of see back into this crawl space. Right. But if you weren't really looking...
Right, it was a crawl space.
It was like out
Nobody
of sight.
Nobody hangs out in a crawl space.
Right? Police noted there were several ways to access that crawl space. Now, the apartment was actually just 4 apartments, and only 2 were occupied at the time of Leah's murder. One was occupied by the 2 sisters, and the other was occupied by a man, but he happened to be out of town and had a solid alibi for the time of this murder.
Thank God,
so
if you're that guy, right?
So
I'm glad I wasn't up there. I'm not up in this bitch.
No suspects were found in this murder, but in 2014, now this is odd, someone spray painted "Who Killed Leah Hickman" on the apartment building.
Fuck.
There was a small amount of DNA at the scene, but so far testing has not turned up a suspect.
I wonder what it was. What do you think it was?
I don't know.
Do you think it was a small amount of blood, a tiny amount of fluid, body fluid? Or
yeah, well, I'm not sure because she hadn't been sexually assaulted.
Yeah.
But they just said that, whatever the DNA was, they've tested it, can't find a suspect, so obviously it's not someone who's been in the system.
There you go.
But it's an unsolved case.
And you know what's incredible about the forensic sciences is they keep advancing. And they can go back so many times and take this old, evidence that some hard-nosed cops always hung on to. You ever hear these cases where they want to throw it all out after a big case? They want to throw all the evidence and these cops on their own time and, dime and everything, take this stuff and literally have it in their garage or in their closet, keeping this evidence.
Or rent a storage building and hang on to old evidence for cold cases.
In this one case, I saw that this one guy put down a little organization together of cops who they had like a central hub where you could come bring all your old case files. And then lo and behold, forensic sciences keep advancing and they can go back and look at this stuff in different ways and prove all kinds of stuff. And that's incredible dedication to your job.
Well, and I don't know the legality of these like DNA testing kits like the 23andMe.
Yeah, I don't know about the accuracy either, honestly.
Because, like the Golden State Killer, that was a huge case that was pretty much busted wide open because of one of those DNA test kits.
Yeah, and that guy was a monster.
Being able to track down through a distant relative.
That guy was a monster for
DNA profile.
Years and years.
So I don't know the legality of submitting your DNA to one of those companies.
Well, I'm not going to fucking do it. That's my legality.
To find out your ancestry.
Yeah.
But it just seems like with the advances and then now people are so damn happy to give over their DNA to government. That I just wonder, like, what is the legality of that? You know, are investigators, detectives, are we able to access that database for criminal?
No, what you're describing
reasons for evidence, or is it just like in certain cases maybe they can get a?
No, it's Big Brother, and it's no different than a corporation running cattle through a chute and tagging every single one of them. Okay, that's what you're doing. It's for when the corporations become self-aware and all-controlling, and they want to fucking just herd us into the FEMA camps. I'm gonna get Alex Jones on ya. Or that wasn't even, who the fuck was that? Yeah, I reckon he didn't mind what she has done to him.
I feel like...
Go on, Carl, not now.
You are sassy, and I feel, I feel like you're wired tonight.
I am.
Like you've been a little manic. Like earlier, I was super chilled out.
Yeah.
I had done some yoga.
Yes.
Yoga for sciatic nerve pain.
Namaste.
I was feeling very relaxed.
And we took a walk.
I had a relaxed day. We took a nice walk. It's brisk out. It's, you can tell fall's in the air. It's not quite chilly yet, but I was able to wear a light jacket on our walk.
It was nice.
It was perfect.
But I talked a lot.
So chill. And you were like wired.
I am.
And I was just like, are you manic? Like,
no, I'm not.
Slap you.
I'm meal wired.
Interrupting me, and I couldn't finish sentences, and you were all over the place. And just
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I apologize.
I wanted to shake you.
Yeah.
And I finally was just like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, basically you were like, we're going to be quiet while we'll walk through this graveyard.
Yeah, we walked through a graveyard, and I was like, you have to be quiet and just absorb the energy.
Yeah, I know.
And then you mellowed a little bit.
Yeah.
And that was good.
It was great energy there at the graveyard.
You're very sassy tonight, Dylan.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, it's crazy. When I told you it was crazy at the meal right now, girl.
I know. You've had some stress at work.
No, well, it's not even stress. It's just when, when it goes down there, it's weird and crazy and like,
Well, I know, but then you've been working a lot of overtime. I mean, you've just been stressed because you've been putting in a lot of hours.
Yeah.
You've been working these crazy shifts, filling in for people on vacation, yada, yada, yada.
Work 12 hours, come home for 3 and go work 12 or 16 more.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that. And
right.
That's why I am a little sleep deprived.
He is. So he's a little wild tonight. And,
yeah, but I'm here with you. I told her, I was like, let's record this shit anyway, because I think the people should hear me right now.
Oh, yeah. He's ready to be heard.
Okay. Let's do this.
So that was our first case. Our second case that we're going to get into, we are going to travel a little bit back in time.
Okay. Let's get in, guys.
A little before I was born, but you were born in the 70s because you're old, so... I'm just kidding.
78.
So this case takes us back to 1976.
Oh my God.
Roberta Elam was a 26-year-old. She was the oldest of 4 children and a native of Minnesota. I can't do the accent.
I can't do it. Yeah, let's just not.
I used to have this really good friend from Minnesota. His name was Joe, and I loved the way he would say O's.
Okay.
He's from Minnesota.
Okay, so it's kind of okay.
Minnesota. It was cute. While earning her master's degree at Fordham University, I mean, hey, that's nothing to sneeze at, right? She became friends with a fellow student who was a nun. She had lived in Illinois and New Jersey before moving to Wheeling, West Virginia, and the influence of her friend who was a nun, she grew up in a very, religious household, Roman Catholic. She felt her calling was to be a nun as well.
Okay.
In the Roman Catholic Church.
Such a true believer.
And while she was earning the master's degree, I believe it was in some sort of religious education programs, that kind of thing. So she wants to be a nun. She decides to move to West Virginia. While preparing to be a nun, she decides to go to Mount St. Joseph's, which is like a convent, but also kind of a teaching center.
Okay.
And they run
so it's kind of like a nun's version of a seminary mixed with a convent? I'm probably butchering this, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, my understanding is that
just
it's
class,
a convent of nuns.
Yeah.
They offer sort of these educational programs, but they're kind of like meditational stays.
Okay.
Like if you're a young nun or you're just, you're about to take your vows to be a nun, you would go there for a period and meditate.
Oh, kind of cleanse you, get ready. Okay.
And pray
Make
and
sure
decide.
It's what you want.
Yes.
Okay.
While you're around other nuns, this convent of other sisters. Okay. And they also ran kind of a center for aging nuns.
Sound like nuns get a lot of damn perks.
So kind of like a convalescent, home retirement kind of.
Yeah.
So, the nuns are caring for older nuns, aging nuns, maybe in poor health.
Maybe nuns with one arm.
Well, it's like a really peaceful,